on to the next person. This is a really cool story. Earlier this year, I was working on a remote island. I had a midnight shift on a beach that another worker had died on years before. I was walking across the beach near the waterline, and I looked away from the shore, and there was a man, fully white, walking alongside me, and after a few meters, he just vanished into thin air. Another girl in my work group also saw the same guy on the same beach. A few nights before, she had seen him. She was also working the midnight shift, and she looked out onto the water, and there was a man, just standing there. He just stood there, looking at her. Suddenly, he started walking towards her, and she started to panic. Then a few meters away from shore, he appeared to just fall through the surface of the water and disappear. As soon as you step onto the beach, you can just feel some weird energy. It's strange. It was eerie, but I never really felt afraid of him. Apparently, lots of workers see him and will often just stand on the dunes and watch you. But when he walked with me, it almost felt like he was just looking out for me and making sure that I didn't meet the end that he did. I had never seen a ghost before, but as eerie as it was, I never felt afraid of him. I like that one a lot. Okay, this one's kind of funny. So, I'm rarely ever home alone. There's always somebody there, but my mom had just given birth to my littlest sister, so she was in the hospital. My grandma was out at her choir practice and my sister was with her friends. So I borrowed the car from the hospital to drive home really quickly. I got home and there was no one there. Trust me, I had checked. So I decided to use the bathroom with the door open. I heard some creaking like footsteps and I started to really freak out, only to realize it was my very heavy cat. As I was calming down, I all of a sudden hear clear as day, "Shh." It was so loud, and it was like it was coming from feet away. I sprang up and grabbed scissors because I didn't know if someone was in the house, and then ran out and drove away. My sister and my mom have said they've both seen dark figures standing in the kitchen because we have a large window that reflects the kitchen that you can see from the living room, so you don't have to actually be in the kitchen to see it. Spooky. Okay, this one's about fairies. When my friend and I were little, we 100% saw a fairy outside our window by an old oak tree. She was a blue light being with gorgeous wings and was waving to us. It felt as though she was a part of or very closely related to that tree. I will never doubt that I saw her. I felt such a connection even though I was so little. I've always wanted to see a fairy. Okay, let's have a sip of tea. I am drinking the organic Earl Grey tea from Trader Joe's, by the way. My paranormal experiences started very early, before I even knew what paranormal meant. Since I was little, I used to see those figures. Let's go right to the point and say spirits, around the places I passed, or inside my house, or even in my grandmother's house, which is where I spent most of my childhood. One of the most striking cases I can remember is at age 9 when I saw a male figure moving across the room, then he just disappeared. It was really fast, but I could notice some physical characteristics of him. Old, tall, slender body, curly hair. I had never met anyone who looked like that before, but when I went to tell my grandmother about what I had seen, she told me that this could have been my great-grandfather who had died a long time ago, and the description I gave her matched exactly the way he looked. I learned that it's a common thing in my family to see those things, to feel that kind of energy. Everyone in my family has a story like this, and we can share them between us, and we all believe each other. That's so beautiful. Okay, next one. When I was in the 4th grade, something eerie, unsettling, and unbelievable occurred. One of my classmates, Lucia, named after Lucifer, used to get in trouble for stealing all the time. She would even hide bags of cocaine in the girls' bathroom. Yikes. One day, all three of us ended up together outside my grandmother's home, my best friend Lola, Lucia, and myself. Lucia proceeded to tell us in haunting detail about her creepy life. She informed us that her mom is a black magic satanic witch, and her dad was a psychic. Then she told us that she had special powers to make people disappear and leave whenever she wanted by intense thought alone. She really did have this power because she would show us on daily occasions. So during these dark revelations, out of nowhere, my sweet friend Lola's face and neck was filled with ashes shaped like crosses. And I said, "Oh my God, Lola, why is your face and neck filled with crosses?" And then she asked me, "Why is your face and neck covered in crosses?" Then all of a sudden, hundreds of black crows appeared and started chasing us. Lucia said that they always follow her because they know she's evil. Oh, by the way, she also informed us that her mom, the black magic witch, makes kids disappear that aren't nice to Lucia. A day later, Lucia was gone from our school. I think her parents probably found out that she told us and got scared that we would tell people about them. It was even more horrifying than I'm conveying here, but you get the picture. So this is her mom's story. So she had a little note at the end saying, "I remember the first time she told me, I had to ask my grandma if it was true, and she saw the ashes on them." So that was the last story I have. So if you liked listening to me read out all of these spooky stories, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment so I can get some feedback and see if people are enjoying this.